leather boots, oiled saddles, magnificently coiffed manes. The world of high-end horses sure is glamorous. Unless, of course, you're the one shoveling their But one girl from working-class suburbia was delighted to do all that and more. And by combining her passion for horses with an unparalleled work ethic, she managed to bail and groom her way to a multi-million-dollar breeding business. Meet Brittany Posey.
I'm Brittany Posey, and I raise, train, and breed horses. And that's made me millions. I'd be a little cold to do this morning.
Having already generated $4 million in revenue, Posey Performance Horses is clearly living up to its name.
I think people are shocked that I've been successful as I am. They say, horses are people's hobby, not their full-time job. But very wealthy people use horses, and I've made millions of dollars, so it is possible. But I wouldn't say that when I started this whole venture that I was like, oh, I'm gonna sell horses for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I started it because I loved it. It's funny because I was raised with absolutely zero horses. I lived in the suburbs, rode the school bus to school. I actually didn't start riding until I was 12, and I begged my dad to get a horse. I mean, it was the only thing that ever came out of my mouth. Finally, he gave in. The first horse that I got, her name was Black. It's kind of a funny story. We actually rode her to my first barrel race, me and my dad, because we didn't own a trailer.
And for those who don't get ESPN4, barrel racing is a rodeo event where riders try to complete a cloverleaf pattern around preset barrels as fast as possible. Young Brittany found success in her professional career immediately, going to the National Finals Rodeo in her very first year.
In 2003, I came in first place to the finals, and I'm the only rookie barrel racer that's ever done that.
And her success has continued throughout her 11-year career, as she's won over 80 races and taken home an astounding $2.5 million in prize money. Hungry to stay on top, Brittany realized that the best way to keep her program supplied with high-end horses and to supplement her winnings was to breed and sell her own.
My first big sale was $60,000, and I thought, wow, if I could sell one or two a year for $60,000, that's a pretty good profit.
So Brittany brought the same relentless focus to breeding that she'd brought to racing, and before long, she realized that her competitors were betting on the wrong horse.
Basically, the secret to my success is having the mare power, having these really good blue hen mares that are producing babies every year. You know, everybody gets all hyped up about, oh, I'm gonna breed to this stallion, I'm gonna breed to that stallion. The mares are what makes or breaks your program. So I don't sell any embryos out of my mares. I don't really want my genetics to get out there.
Bottom line, Brittany sells ultra-premium horses and commands ultra-premium prices.
I have anywhere between 12 and 15 babies a year. Those babies potentially could bring in $100,000 a piece, but the most I've sold a horse for is $200,000.
And considering how passionate Brittany is about horses, you can guess how she spends her extra cash.
I bought this house for $300,000, and since then I have added a few $100,000 in barns, fences, arenas, wanting to be able to spoil myself a little bit. This is actually my favorite hat. It is specially made, beaver hat. Instead of Louis Vuitton shoes and Jimmy Choos, I have Stetson boots. The value of my Stetson boots are probably just the same as the value of those shoes. I collect saddles worth thousands of dollars. These are more suited to my industry than having a fancy handbag. Yes, I've made millions of dollars, but I have always been taught to not buy anything that you don't need.
There is one thing a barrel racer does need, however, and that's a hotel on wheels, with plenty of vacancies for her horses.
The biggest trailer that I own is basically a camper in the front. This is the master suite. It has a TV with satellite up there. Basically luxury living for a rodeo athlete. The trailer is so large that it's not able to be pulled by a regular sized truck. So I have a semi. This is the third semi that I've had. It actually has air ride seats. The back seat in the back lays down and makes into a bed. So for a rodeo cowgirl like me, this is the ultimate travel.
But when you're used to ultimate luxury on the road, you need to come home to something with an even bigger wow factor.
This is my Colorado home, which is my favorite place on earth, and I'm so excited and proud to own. The house is 4,500 square feet. It's on 150 acres. It has 2 barns, an arena, and also a guest house. It's a getaway. My boyfriend and I can actually chill out, and it is really a rest and relaxation place. She did pretty good.
Yeah, it's amazing. We have to warm up.
I love what I'm doing, and I love being outside. I love working with the horses. I'm just a girl from a small town in Texas, and I wasn't meant to be a millionaire. I just worked hard, and it happened.
You might not see them, but they're always out there.
We've got some bodies.
And this man has the guts to go find them.
Another one crawling on the back of the cabinet.
They're in your crawl spaces, crevices, hatching, multiplying. Millions and millions of dollars.
A lot of bugs got to die to make this kind of money. I'm Corey Arnold. I started off as a pest control technician, and now I'm a millionaire. Let's see what we got. I'm the owner of Peachtree Pest Control. We're a pest management company right here in Metro Atlanta. We kill things for a living. Spouses are extra, and so are funeral services. Live and active roaches in here. You know, pest control's a dirty business. You better be able to get your hands dirty.
He's looking fairly sticky. He got it all over him.
The stuff we see is disgusting. Sometimes it's dealing with a nasty roach infestation when you look and see the sheetrock is just moving. Must have hit a bit of a nest. Trust me when I tell you a dead rat in a trap for 2 days in an attic is a juicy, nasty thing. I've had to stare down more than one critter in an attic space, and one of us is going to make it out of here alive. It's me or you.
Yeah, Brother Man didn't like that very much. He didn't like that at all.
Peachtree wasn't a big company from the very beginning. When my father first founded the company, he started off with only one vehicle, a lot of hopes and dreams, and went from there. I remember as a child coming to work every summer. They let me tote flashlights and pull extension cords and drag hose. Just about any kind of grunt work there was, that was what I was doing. At the time, I remember thinking, Pop, why couldn't you have started like a lingerie business? We gotta be in bugs, really? That sucks. But you know, I realized that I couldn't imagine being in any other industry. Peachtree Pest Control is my family's business. In a way, I feel like pest control is what I was born to do. By the time I joined full-time after college, I had to do everything that there was to do all over again to make sure that I had earned my stripes. And they were tough years.
In 2010, Corey took on another role, owner. He bought out his dad and combined his book smarts with his bug smarts to take the business to the next level.
When I first took over Peachtree Pest Control, I began commercial pest management. It requires a very different skill set than your standard residential account. We can't run into a commercial building guns a-blazing. You know, we can't publicize that we're the bug man and there's a bug problem and we gotta solve it. We have to be discreet. We have to be professional. For a commercial kitchen, it's clean. In addition to our commercial pest management, one of the things that we've implemented is going green. Currently, we are Green Shield certified and one of the only companies in the Southeast to offer that certification, and it's meant a lot to our commercial clientele.
With commercial work and environmentally friendly extermination, Corey had found 2 new ways to grow the business, but they were nothing compared to his peste de resistance, stopping people's bug problems before they even started.
So one of the things we did was we went out and found carpenters that were able to repair the areas where we know pests may enter the property and address those in a preventative way. And because of that, we have grown exponentially. That categorical revenue stream has outpaced all others in our company over the past 5 years. When I bought the business from my father, we were right about $5 million. Since that time, we've grown to over $8 million. That's a lot of cash for killing bugs. One of the things I'm most proud of is my car collection.
This is my 2012 Cadillac CTS-V Coupe. This is 650 horsepower of all American-made muscle.
There is nothing sexier than the rev of a high horsepower engine. This is a ZR1 Corvette in a Cadillac body. You know, I don't get in one of my cars and turn the radio on. I turn the radio off so I can hear that engine.
Turns out this bug made it to work with me. Don't they know I kill things for a living? Of all the vehicles that I'm most proud of, this is probably the best. This is a 1957 Chevy 210 with post.
My grandfather retired from General Motors. As a kid, he and I would ride around in his 57 Chevy.
And this is more or less how the car would have rolled off the original factory. That particular car came down his production line. It is every bit a family heirloom. We've got ourselves a log cabin out here on the lake. This is such a sanctuary for me and my family. Just down the road, I've got a piece of property that I'm very blessed to have the opportunity to hunt. This is heaven for me. I absolutely love to be here.
You know, when I was young, I put my hours in. My buddies got to have a good time. Now the roles are reversed a little bit. Now they're working hard, and I get to play. I think it's important in life to find something that you're passionate about. You know, find that one thing that really lights your fire and go for it. Make it matter to you. It's what I've done, and it's been a wonderful ride. That really is the biggest blessing.